This evening, Public Security Minister calls for youth involvement. Cops hunt for an alleged pedophile. Medical outreach benefits hundreds. And we bring you today's regional and international headlines.
From Safe TV headquarters in South Rival Gardens, this is Safe TV Headline News with George Gonzalez.
Today is Tuesday, March the 20th, 2018, and this edition of Headline News is now being streamed live on our YouTube channel. Thank you for joining us. One distraught family is pleading for the public's assistance in catching a suspected pedophile. Esther Sobers has that story.
Police are currently searching for a man accused of impregnating an underage girl. The victim was allegedly 14 years old when she was raped by 34-year-old Otis Cox. Cox was a reputed husband of the girl's aunt, whom she was living with at the time. Another family member explains that when the girl became pregnant, she was sent to live with her instead.
She begged me favor keep her granddaughter. We go to the welfare and she tell the welfare how she will come by me and stay. The welfare say yes, because she cannot be near to the cousin, where is where the boy living. She can't be there because she pregnant and the boy got mother she, so she end up come by me. And when she finished get her baby, she got back by them.
She was allegedly impregnated at around January of 2017. When we learned of this, the family contacted the police. A source within the Rumbel Police Station Sex Crime Unit has confirmed that a report was filed. The relative claims that the girl is not Cox's only victim.
Young, just like 14, must he?
And he has any relationship with any younger females, younger girls?
And with cousin, he been going on interfere with cousin. And the father end up go to the station and make a report.
The family alleges that Cox fled when he learned that he was wanted by the police. The victim now lives with a different female relative. She's scared to even leave the girl home alone because her alleged rapist is still on the run.
I should stay not leaving. If you're not going out, I don't left your home. Everywhere I go, I got you leave.
The police are diligently searching for the man, but the wait for justice is too long for McCrae.
The police got to do the right thing. Do what they have to do. Because I have a young daughter, and any man doing me child, police not look for he, police got to look for me. Because me not have nobody do me your child, if me your child on the road, use me your child, right on the scaling name all about. They go see me panko round up.
Efforts to reach Cox proved unsuccessful. If you have any information that may lead to the capture of Otis Cox, please contact the police at telephone number 225-9271, 911 or the nearest police station. Your assistance is greatly appreciated. Reporting for Channel 2 Headline News, I'm Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. Early this morning, the partially burnt body of a man was discovered during the wee hours of Tuesday in a vessel at the Rosignol fishery in Mahaica, Berbice. The police identified the man as Rajul of Maikoni, East Coast, Demerara. Police B Division Commander Lyndon Alves said that the discovery was made around 2 hours today when two watchmen on duty at the fishery noticed smoke emanating from the boat. The watchmen put out the fire before Rajul's body was discovered. It is believed that a lit stove may have fell, causing the fire. Rajul's body was found with burn marks suspected to be as a result of the blaze and no marks of violence. No one has been arrested in this regard, and a post-mortem examination is expected to be conducted tomorrow. Investigations are ongoing. According to Minister of Public Security Kemraj Ramshatan, community policing groups need more young people. Wendell Jeffrey has more in this report.
People being diverted.
The Minister of Public Security, Kemraj Ranjatan, was speaking at an event yesterday to promote community policing when he said that the youth in Guyana should be assisted and prepared to get involved in anti-crime activities and community development.
We want the community preparing our young people for more involvement and active involvement in anti-crime fights and also getting involved in community projects.
According to the minister, such development will bring about a reduction in idle time and increase the youth productivity.
That are going to see the idleness of our young people being diverted to becoming active involvers in community projects.
Minister Ranjithan is proposing training and exposure to Guyana's vastness as a way of stimulating the minds of the young people.
How are we going to do that? Training them, giving them the excursions to other areas of the country so that they will get to know Guyana. I was speaking to some people in this community, and this is the only community they know anything about.
Minister Ranjithan said that his government has some very specific ideas and desires for developing the area of community policing.
The other big project that we have is to ensure that all our community groups in the country know what's happening in our frontier territory, with Venezuela especially, and to become more involved in an awareness with that, and apart from the anti-crime drive around the country.
For Channel 2 Headline News, I am Wendell Jeffrey.
Thanks, Wendell. After the break, medical outreach reaches hundreds. Need a ride around town and beyond? Look no further than Oasis Ride Taxi Service. With affordable prices and some of the best drivers in the business, we've been delivering prompt and reliable service to Guyana for over 16 years. We also offer tours, chauffeur service, and even car rentals. You can call us at 231-5554 or 225-5496. For deals, specials, and more information, find our page on Facebook. Oasis Ride Taxi Service. Let's go.
Seems like people will try just about anything to lose weight these days. But nothing works better than proper dieting and exercise. So if you're guilty of eating the wrong foods, not finding time to exercise, or can't afford a gym, join Safe TV Channel 2 for Body and Spirit. Aerobics workout with Dick Nunez.
Hello, I'm Dick Nunez. Welcome to Body and Spirit Aerobics.
Weekday mornings from 7 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. Don't hesitate. Act now, because your greatest wealth is your health.
Welcome back. Police in quarantine have arrested a man accused of hacking off his neighbor's fingers. Reports are that Rudolph Haynes was drinking alcohol with his friends and blowing on a conch shell on Monday night. The neighbor, Vikash Ramnarayan, called Brian, became annoyed and called the police. Police arrived and warned the party to keep quiet. But when the cops left, Ramnarayan became enraged and rushed Haynes with a cutlass in hand. Haynes raised his hands in self-defense and, as a result, lost 4 of his fingers from his left hand. Haynes' 2 other friends were also broadsided. Ramnarayan is still in police custody, and investigations are ongoing. Hundreds of Guyanese benefited from a medical and spiritual outreach held recently. Wendell Jeffrey has more.
I want you to pick one thing, and if we're...
By the time the 4-day outreach ends on Friday, about 1,500 persons will have had access to free medical treatment and spiritual counseling in the Good Hope East Coast Demerara area and parts of Georgetown. What is probably the most intrusive surgery that you can
that
do?
I can do.
And the outpatient
I brought
situation?
I brought actually all my instruments from my former office, and so I can actually do quite a number of gynecologic procedures. So we can actually do endometrial curatages.
And in English,
which
what
is
that means?
English. In English, that means I can take sampling of the inside of the uterus. We can do biopsies of the cervix. There's quite a number of procedures that we can do. I actually have 3 birthing kits there. So I'm not asking. Do not show up.
I am saying it. If you are going to have a baby, you would be blessed to have somebody like Dr. Lewis and her amazing training to birth your child.
About 50 medical personnel, mostly from the Columbia-based Loma Linda Hospital, are involved in the mission.
Hey, I'm Christine. I'm one of the nurses, and I'm here working, triaging all the patients that are coming in. It's exciting, and we're just happy to be able to serve.
Going well.
What's your name? What do you do?
Oh, my name's Hadassah, and I'm taking a patient's vital signs right now. Blood sugar for diabetics.
I'm expecting to do a pap smear. I've heard since Sunday they're doing pap smear here, so I'm hoping to get one done. Since I'm 41, I've never get one done. So I'm working and I have children to look after. I've never get the time to go do it at the Orchard Public Hospital. So when I heard they're doing it here, I think this is the best opportunity to come here and get it done since I'm living right in Good Hope.
Accompanying the medical team is an ordained minister of the gospel, and he will be presenting some spiritual topics on a nightly basis.
All of them is this intertwining spirituality, and Pastor Sorovic is going to be looking at that. So I think even if you can't come during the day, 6:30 at night, you're not going to want to miss it, right?
For Channel 2 Headline News, I am Wendell Jeffrey.
Thanks, Wendell. Yesterday, Minister of State Joseph Harmon swore in retired Colonel Wendy Algernon as chairman of the Board of Inquiry to probe the circumstances surrounding last week's David G's boat accident. Minister Harmon noted that the president has mandated that an inquiry be done into the matter, saying, quote, "It is required that you will look into the systems that were in place and whether, in fact, there had been any breaches of those systems. You would also have to look at whether there is a need for standard operating procedures for the David G vessels. I trust that you will utilize your best skills and ability to arise at the conclusion and to make recommendations on how to prevent a reoccurrence and what needs to be done to ensure that we have a safe system of transportation." Join us after the break for your regional news, international news, and more. Need a ride around town and beyond? Look no further than Oasis Ride Taxi Service. With affordable prices and some of the best drivers in the business, we've been delivering prompt and reliable service to Guyana for over 16 years. We also offer tours, chauffeur service, and even car rentals. You can call us at 231-5554 or 225-5496. For deals, specials, and more information, find our page on Facebook. Oasis Ride Taxi Service. Let's go.
Like people will try just about anything to lose weight these days. But nothing works better than proper dieting and exercise. So if you're guilty of eating the wrong foods, not finding time to exercise, or can't afford a gym, join Safe TV Channel 2 for Body and Spirit. Aerobics workout with Dick Nunez.
Hello, I'm Dick Nunez. Welcome to Body and Spirit Aerobics.
Weekday mornings from 7 a.m. to 7:30 a.m. Don't hesitate. Act now, because your greatest wealth is your health.
Welcome back. Here's Bibi Backus with your regional and international headlines.
Joseph Mondello, an early supporter of President Donald Trump's 2016 campaign, was nominated by the president on Monday to serve as U.S. ambassador to Trinidad and Tobago. Mondale is a prominent New York attorney and the Republican chairman for Nassau County in Long Island, New York. The Antigua-based regional airline, LIAT, says it has successfully concluded a commercial agreement with the state-owned Caribbean Airlines to operate flights on the Trinidad and Tobago air bridge. LIAT said that the agreement is as a result of the challenges on the passenger sea bridge between the islands and the increasing capacity needed by Caribbean Airlines, which has been requested by the Trinidad and Tobago government. The world's largest surviving male northern white rhino has died months after poor health. The 45-year-old rhino, named Sudan, lived at a conservancy in Kenya. He was put to sleep on Monday after age-related complications worsened significantly. His death leaves only 2 females, his daughter and granddaughter, of the subspecies alive in the world. Hope for preserving the northern white rhino now lies in developing in vitro fertilization techniques utilizing surrogate southern white rhinos. Early this morning, in a FedEx processing depot in Austin, Texas, a mail bomb exploded. The FBI is currently investigating whether the explosion is connected to a suspected serial bomber. The incident occurred at midnight in a town 65 miles south of Austin. Austin is the same city where 4 bombs have killed 2 people in recent weeks. 1 person received minor injuries. FBI spokeswoman Michelle Lee told CNN the agency believed the blast could be connected to the 4 previous attacks. Local media, citing law enforcement sources, reported that the package that detonated in Shorts was addressed to Austin and had been packed with metal to create shrapnel. Former French President Nicolas Sarkozy has been taken into police custody for questioning over allegations that he received campaign funding from the late Libyan leader Colonel Muammar Gaddafi. Police are investigating alleged irregularities over the financing of his 2007 presidential campaign. In 2013, France opened an investigation into allegations that his campaign had benefited from illicit funds from Gaddafi. Sarkozy has denied any wrongdoings. Reporting for Channel 2 Headline News, Bibi Bacchus.
Now for your 7-day weather forecast, bridge retraction schedule, and today's foreign currency exchange rates. And that's Channel 2 Headline News for this Tuesday evening. As we take our leave, we invite you to find Channel 2 Headline News on Facebook and YouTube. You can also tune in tomorrow morning at 6:30 for a rebroadcast, and Wednesday evening at 7 o'clock for more news. But for now, I'm George Gonzalez, signing out from this newscast, saying thank you for welcoming us into your homes, and do have a blessed evening.